Hey everyone, welcome back to English to Go, where learning English is simple, practical, and yes, actually enjoyable. I'm Julia.
And I'm Ryan. And Julia, before we even start today, I have to tell you something that happened to me. Something I have never told anyone. It is embarrassing, it is painful, and it is 100% true.
Oh, this is already my favorite episode. Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay, so 2 years ago, I flew alone for the very first time. International flight, big trip. I was so proud of myself. I checked in online the night before. I had my boarding pass on my phone. I arrived at the airport 3 hours early like a responsible adult.
Okay, that is actually very organized.
Wait for it. So I go through security, no problem. I find my gate 14. I sit down, I get a coffee, I put my headphones in. I am relaxed, I am calm, I am a world traveler.
I already know something is about to go very wrong.
An hour passes, people around me start leaving, the gate gets quieter and quieter, and I'm thinking, oh great, I must be one of the first ones here. Then I look up at the screen above the gate, and it says, Budapest.
Ryan!
I was going to Barcelona. Barcelona, Julia, not Budapest. Same letter, very different countries. I had been sitting at the completely wrong gate for an entire hour, happily drinking my coffee, while my actual flight was boarding at gate 41 on the other side of the entire airport.
Please tell me you made it onto the plane.
I made it, with 4 minutes to spare. I was the last person to board. The flight attendant looked at me like I had just run a marathon, which honestly, I basically had.
Okay, first of all, I am so glad you made it. And second, Ryan, this is exactly why today's episode exists. Because airports have their own language. And if you don't know that language, you end up in Budapest.
Metaphorically and almost literally.
So today, we are walking you through the entire airport experience, from the moment you leave your house to the moment you walk out into a new country. Every word, every phrase, every sign that used to confuse you, we are going to make it make sense. Let's go. All right, let's start before the airport because the stress begins at home. Ryan, what was the first thing you grabbed before your trip?
My passport, obviously, because without it, you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. Your passport is the small official booklet with your photo and your personal information. It proves who you are and where you're from. And here is the most important thing. Check the expiry date before every trip.
Expiry date?
When something expires, it means it is no longer valid. It's too old to use. So if your passport is expired, it has passed its final date. The airline will not let you fly. Full stop.
That is a terrible day.
The worst. Okay, next, your boarding pass. Ryan, you had this on your phone that day, right?
I did. The boarding pass is the document that gets you onto the plane. It has your name, your flight number, your seat, and your gate.
Perfect. And notice Ryan just said gate. In normal life, a gate is a door in a fence, but at an airport?
It's the specific area where you wait for your flight and then actually walk onto the plane.
Right, and your gate number is printed right on your boarding pass, which, if Ryan had checked his boarding pass instead of assuming...
I did check it. I just read gate 14 instead of gate 41. The numbers were in the wrong order in my brain.
Your brain reversed the numbers. Okay, now let's talk about what happens when you first arrive at the airport. The first desk you go to is the check-in counter.
To check in means to officially register for your flight. You show your passport, they confirm your booking, and they give you your boarding pass if you don't have one already.
And this is also where you deal with your luggage. Your luggage is all of your bags together, your big suitcase, your small bag, everything you're traveling with.
Now, your big suitcase, that one you check in. Interesting, right? The same phrase, check in, has two meanings. You check in yourself at the counter, and you also check in your big bag. When you check in your bag, you give it to the airline and they put it in the bottom of the plane. You don't see it again until you land.
But your small bag, the one you take onto the plane with you, that's called your carry-on.
Carry-on, because you carry it on to the plane yourself. It goes in the storage compartment above your seat or under the seat in front of you.
Now, the check-in counter is also where they ask you possibly the most important question of your entire journey.
Window seat or aisle seat?
Window seat or aisle seat. And Ryan, how do you actually pronounce that word?
Okay, so it's spelled A-I-S-L-E, but you say it like aisle, as in, I'll have the window seat, please. The S is completely silent.
Exactly. Native speakers say it fast and light, aisle. And the difference, a window seat is next to the window. You can look out at the clouds, the cities below, everything.
An aisle seat is next to the walkway, the corridor down the middle of the plane where the flight attendants walk. It's easier to stand up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom without climbing over people.
Which team are you, Ryan?
Honestly, after my airport sprint, aisle seat. I need to be able to move at all times.
Fair enough. Okay, you've checked in, you have your boarding pass, your carry-on is ready. Next up, security.
Security is the checkpoint where they scan your bags and make sure you're not bringing anything dangerous onto the plane. You put your bags on the scanner belt, and you usually need to take out your laptop and your liquids.
Liquids, things like water, shampoo, perfume, anything that flows. At most airports, liquids need to be in containers of 100 milliliters or less, and they go into a small, clear plastic bag.
And sometimes they ask you to take off your belt and your shoes, which is always a fun moment when your socks have a hole in them.
Very relatable. And once you're through security, you find your gate and you wait. But here's where Ryan's situation comes in, because sometimes you look at the airport screens and you see a word nobody wants to see.
Delayed.
When a flight is delayed, it means it's running late. It's not leaving at the scheduled time. You might hear an announcement. We apologize. Your flight has been delayed by 2 hours.
And then you just sit there.
You sit there. And sometimes your journey has a layover, which is a planned stop in the middle of your trip. For example, you fly from Mexico City to Paris, but you stop in Madrid for 3 hours. Those 3 hours in Madrid, that's your layover.
Some people love layovers because you get to explore a new airport, eat, walk around. Some people hate them because you just want to arrive.
I understand. And on the other end, when the screens say, now boarding, that is your signal. To board means to get on the plane. When they call your gate, you go immediately.
Unlike some people who are sitting at the wrong gate drinking coffee.
Hey, before we keep going, if you are enjoying this episode, please hit that like button right now and subscribe to English to Go. It genuinely helps us reach more learners around the world, and it takes literally 2 seconds.
And we want to see who has been paying close attention today. Type the word Budapest in the comments right now. If you listen to my story, you know exactly why. Show us you are here. We read every single comment.
All right, you're on the plane. You found your seat, you settled in, and now the flight attendants come to help you.
Flight attendants are the staff who work on the plane. They serve food and drinks, they help passengers, and they explain the safety information before takeoff.
And speaking of passengers, a passenger is simply a person traveling on the plane. Not the pilot, not the crew, you, the traveler sitting in a seat.
Now, on a plane, especially a long flight, you're going to need to speak to people. And the most important thing to know is how to be polite and clear. Julia, what's the golden rule?
Simple sentences, polite words, always start with, excuse me. If you need something from a flight attendant, you say, excuse me, could I have some water, please? Not just water, not hey. Polite, clear, complete.
And if you need to get past someone who's standing in the aisle, maybe they're getting their bag from the overhead compartment, you say, excuse me, could I just get through?
Get through means you want to pass by them. It's gentle, it's polite, it's perfect. And this is the phrase I want every single listener to write down. What do you do when you don't understand something?
This one changed my life, honestly. You say, sorry, could you say that again, please?
That's it. 6 words. Sorry, could you say that again, please? You can use this at the check-in counter, at security, on the plane, at immigration, anywhere. Nobody will be frustrated. People want to help you. You just have to ask.
And it sounds so natural. It doesn't sound like you're a student reading from a textbook. It sounds like a real person being politely human.
Exactly. Now the plane lands. You have arrived. What happens next?
First, you go through immigration. Immigration is the official control area where officers check your passport and ask about your visit.
They might ask, "What is the purpose of your visit?" And you answer simply, "I'm here on vacation," or "I'm here for business," or "I'm visiting family." Keep it honest, keep it short.
They might also ask, "How long are you staying?" And you just say 5 days or 2 weeks. You don't need to explain everything. Simple and direct.
After immigration, you go to baggage claim. This is the area where you collect your big suitcase from the conveyor belt, the long moving belt that goes around in a loop with everyone's bags on it.
And you stand there watching bag after bag go past, thinking, "Is that mine? No. Is that mine? No. Oh, yes, that's mine."
That moment of relief is universal. And after baggage claim, you might walk through customs, where officers check if you're bringing anything into the country that isn't permitted.
If you have nothing special to declare, meaning nothing unusual to report, you usually walk through the green channel. Green means go. Easy.
And then you're out. You are in a new country. The adventure starts. It really is one of the best feelings.
It really is.
Okay, now, we promised you something special. Ryan, are you ready?
Is this the part where we replay my embarrassing story?
Using every single phrase we learned today. Listeners, pay close attention. See how many words and phrases you can spot. Here we go.
Okay, I've checked in online, my boarding pass is on my phone, my carry-on is packed, passport not expired, I'm ready. Let's go.
Good morning. Could I see your passport and boarding pass, please?
Of course, here you go.
Thank you. Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?
An aisle seat, please. I like to stretch my legs.
Perfect. Your gate is gate 41. Have a great flight.
Gate 41. Got it. And this is where I should have looked at my boarding pass again, but I didn't.
Attention passengers, Flight 204 to Barcelona is now boarding at gate 41.
Gate 41? I'm at gate 14. My flight is delayed. Wait, no, it's boarding. It's boarding right now.
Excuse me, sir. Are you boarding this flight?
Sorry, could you say that again? Am I at gate 41?
Yes, sir, you are. Welcome aboard. You made it.
Window seat, aisle seat, I don't care. Any seat. I just need to sit down.
And scene. Ryan, that was beautiful.
I relived the whole trauma.
But did you hear how many phrases we used? Boarding pass, carry-on, passport, expired, check-in, gate, aisle seat, boarding, delayed, flight attendant, and the magic phrase, "Could you say that again, please?"
All of it in a real conversation. That's how you learn it. Not from a list, from a story.
Before we go, let's do our word tour. A quick lap through today's most important vocabulary. Ryan, take us home.
1. Boarding pass, your document to get on the plane. Has your name, flight, seat, and gate.
2. Check in, to register for your flight at the airport counter and to hand over your big suitcase to the airline.
3. Carry-on, your small bag that travels with you inside the plane in the compartment above your seat.
4. Aisle seat, pronounced aisle seat, the seat next to the walkway. S is silent. Don't let it trick you.
5. Baggage claim, where you pick up your big suitcase after you land. Watch the belt, grab your bag, celebrate.
And the phrase that ties it all together, "Sorry, could you say that again, please?" Use it freely. Use it proudly. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of a confident communicator.
Because confident people ask questions. People who are too embarrassed to ask questions end up at the wrong gate.
Now, we have a question for you.
Have you ever had a funny, stressful, or just plain chaotic travel moment? Maybe at an airport, on a plane, going through immigration?
Tell us your story in the comments below. Write it in English, even just 2 or 3 sentences. It is wonderful practice, and it helps every other learner in our community feel less alone.
And honestly, we read every comment, every single one. You might even inspire our next episode.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's masterclass. We know your time is valuable, truly, and the fact that you chose to spend it learning with us means everything.
English to go. Take it with you.
Bye-bye, everyone.